up? What up, people? So apparently y'all are going to get a lot of me today. All of the L-3027s today. Now, new review. Shouts out to Alexander Rogers, who I saw he reviewed it. I have not watched his review yet, but when I saw the title and I went to Netflix to see what the show was about and I looked at the trailer, I was like, oh, this looks cool. Let me see it and see if I want to review it. So I watched it. It was great. And I'm going to make this review. Then I'm going to go back and watch Alexander Rogers' review. And then I'll come back with another review maybe next week. Now, you know it's Netflix, so technically you can watch them all, binge watch them all at one time. But what's the fun of that? I think the fun of shows is watching them, giving them some time, and then watching the next episode after you've had some time to discuss it with other people. I am going to challenge some of my great friends that review shows with me, like Ebby Reviews, Kamisha Reviews, even Really BTV, or anybody else who wants to review this show, to do it. I'm going to do it on a weekly basis, or maybe, I don't know if I'll do it every week, but maybe every couple days. If you see it, look for it. If you don't, then don't. The name of the show is The Circle, a social media experience, but it's called The Circle. It's a Netflix series. And so this is my review for episode 1. I'm assuming that there are 8 episodes. I didn't look, but we'll see. We'll be here for it. The premise of the show is it's almost kind of like Big Brother, except instead of them all being together, they're separated. So they all live in this apartment building. They all have separate apartments. They cannot see each other. They cannot hear each other. They cannot see the outside world. They only communicate through social media in this social media platform called The Circle. They can send messages to each other. They can post pictures of they can post pictures of themselves. They can private message each other or chat with groups or smaller subgroups and so forth. Ultimately, it's a social media experience to see of these 8 people who lasts the longest. And how it works is when you get kicked off, they call it getting blocked. So each episode, someone will get blocked or kicked off the show. We start off, of course, by meeting the contestants. There are 8 of them. The first one is this guy whose name is Chris. Chris is super gay. I mean, pixie dust latent type of gay. Then he claims he's God-fearing and he's this whole religious person. And maybe he is. I can't say he's not, but he's, pixie dust latent. I mean, I'm sure he cries glitter. That's how uber gay he is. I can say that as a member of the spectrum. I can adjudicate as I deem necessary. I can't stand him, but I feel like we have some sickening reading sessions, honey. Baby, we would have fun reading the people down, honey. Anyway, contestant number 2 is Chris is 30. Contestant number 2 is Joey. Joey is 25. He is the walking stereotype, frat boy, douchebag, you name it. Look up the term douchebag, you will find him. Okay? He's Italian. The only thing I had to say about his intro to us was nobody cares about your dick pic. Nobody cares about your dick pic. Okay? Anyway. Next we have Alana. Alana is another walking stereotype. She's a model. She's traveled the world. This, that, and the third. She's the token white privilege girl, the blonde haired girl who, insert all of the adjectives, and that is her. She claims she doesn't want to come off as everything that she oozes out of her pores. Everything she literally oozes out of her pores is what she says she doesn't want to come off as. It is who you are. Embrace it. You know, she doesn't want to come off as the stereotypical white girl. That's what you are. Whatever. Then we meet the fourth contestant, who's this guy named Seaburn, who's 29, but he's playing his social media persona is going to be a girl named Rebecca. Now, oh, I'm sorry, Chris is white. He looks like he could be have some Hispanic in him. I'm sorry, let me go back. First contestant, Chris, he's a white guy. He looks like maybe he has some Hispanic in him, but I don't know. Joey is a white Irish. He's not Irish. He's Italian. He's an Italian. Alana is the typical blonde-haired white girl. Seaburn is a black guy. He's 29. He's his persona that he's going to be using for the show is Rebecca, who he says is his girlfriend. That's 26. Now, when it first starts off, they introduce you to Rebecca, and Rebecca is talking and she's introducing herself. But then she says, I have a secret, and they show Seaburn. And I immediately thought that Seaburn was like a trans woman, or a drag queen. Like, I thought that he was literally a man dressing up as the Rebecca chick, not thinking that Rebecca was his girlfriend, because nothing about him gives me straight guy. Nothing. Everything about him oozes. I enjoy the peen and the bouteille. The peen and the bouteille. Yes. Anyway, but the girl is black as well. So the girl he's playing, who's his girlfriend in real life, he claims. She's black. She's 26. Shubham is this guy. He's Indian. He's, when I say Indian, not Native American, meaning Indian from India. His parents are from India, but he's Indian American. And he's 23. He looks 48. Okay. He already gets on my nerves, and he comes off as a pretentious contrarian. Like, he's like, oh, I hate social media. I hate people who go on social media. Like, he seems like he's a contrarian, and he comes off as a pretentious contrarian at that, which is even worse. I don't like him. Samantha is 24. She's from Miami, so she already gets a thumbs up from me. She looks Hispanic to me. She looks like she has a Latin. She looks like she has Latin blood in her, like she's Hispanic. I already like her from the onset. I like her personality. I like, that she's just being her. She comes off as confident and not arrogant, which is difficult. Some people can't, some people don't know how to be confident without coming off as arrogant. The Alana chick comes off as arrogant. The Samantha chick comes off, or Sammy, she comes off as confident. You want to like Sammy or Samantha, you want to hate Alana. All right. Antonio is 24. He's black. He's a basketball player. He says he's a professional black basketball player, that he plays overseas for different countries, off in Europe or whatever. I don't like his little thick beard. I think he was cuter with the low beard, with the short beard. He is cute. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to take of him yet, though. I want to know what's behind. In the beginning, I wanted to know what was behind the cute exterior, because I felt like it was more behind just him being, physically attractive. But he's really attractive. And then the last contestant is Karen. She's 37. She's a lesbian. She's black. But she's playing this online. Her persona for the show, for the circle, is not herself. She's playing this black girl named Mercedes. That's not the black girl's real name. That's the name who she gave for her. It's some random chick that she found pictures on the internet. Now, my question is this. Netflix, did you get express written consent from this chick, whose ever picture this is, that Karen is floating all across this show and all across Netflix for millions of people to see is being used as a catfish? Y'all making money off this girl pictures? I hope y'all went and found her and got express written consent for y'all to use her image and likeness all over the internet. But Karen, she's a stud lesbian. And so she's playing this chick named Mercedes because she says Mercedes seems like the girl who everybody likes on social media. She spells it Mercedeze. Yeah, go. Let me tell y'all something. I'm saying it right now. If Shubham wins this, I will not be watching season 2. I'm just telling you. If Shubham wins this, I will not be watching season 2. So then they went into this thing where they had to rate the other 7 players. So they were essentially rating each other on a scale, from highest ranking. It was a ranking. Who would you put in first spot? Who would you put in 7th spot? Because there were 8 of them total. At this time, and this is before I wrote my rankings down before the rankings came out. I rated them in this order. Number 1 for me was Sammy or Samantha. Number 2 was Antonio. Number 3 was Chris. Number 4 was Rebecca or Seaburn. Number 5 was Mercedes or Karen. Number 6 was Alana. Number 7 was Joey. And number 8 was Shubham, whatever his name. Yeah. Can I just say that there were times where Seaburn, who's playing as Rebecca, was messaging with Antonio, and he was getting real excited about this messaging with Antonio. Quiet as this kept, I'm here for seeing a real life hookup between Antonio and Seaburn. Damn, Rebecca. But I think that would quiet as kept be kind of hot. I'm here for that. Can y'all make that happen, Netflix? Because I'm here for all of that. But whatever. You can't convince me that Seaburn is straight, because he gets way too excited about flirting with the guys. Way too excited about it. And the way he was kind of getting excited, I feel like when he was like rating Antonio and when he was chatting with him, I feel like Seaburn actually Seaburn likes Antonio and not this online person he's trying to make Rebecca, the girl, likes Antonio. Whatever. It was kind of weird. Now, then they went into this, the messaging system called the circle chat. I like the circle chat. It gives you an opportunity. They can't talk. You can't hear the person talk. All you can do is read their message. So you have to, when you're sending it, you have to be conscious that that whatever you put out there, it's up to interpretation, the inflection in the voice, how it's perceived. So you have to be careful about that when you're sending it. And then when you're receiving it, you have to try to decipher how that comes off to you, or how they intended that to come off. I hate the chat that Alana made with just the girls. She comes off, like I told y'all, she comes off exactly like she doesn't want to come off as. I was agreeing with Sammy the entire time. Like, she's exactly the type of girl. And I see, Sammy is a Miami girl. And a girl like Alana would not make it in Miami, because Miami is one of the rare cities in the United States where white people are the minority and not the majority. So in Miami folks don't deal well with the white privilege, lily white, I'm the typical white girl or white guy type person. We don't like that. And so I can see why that doesn't happen. I can see right now, based on Seaburn and how Like some of his messages that he was sending out and some of the things that he says comes off as a girl trying too hard, which equates to it comes off as a guy trying to catfish or play as a girl. So I think that's going to come to bite him in the butt sometime during this season, and I can guarantee you he's not going to win. Seaburn, Rebecca is not going to win. Seaburn or Rebecca ends up doing a private chat with Shubham, and they try to form this alliance. They're chatting it up with each other, and they try to form this alliance. So already we got people forming alliances. We'll see how that works. But Shubham and Rebecca, I mean, in the real world, you'd never see them together. But I guess if you are locked in, isolation from the rest of the free world, you only have these other 7 people to talk to. You talk to who you can. All right. So they then had this icebreaker where you had to agree or disagree with some things. One of the first question was, is it okay to pee in the shower? Now, me personally, if you're already bathing, I don't see what the problem is with peeing in the shower. Put in the comment section whether or not you think it's okay to pee in the shower. I'm perfectly okay with that because guess what? You're bathing anyway. So if you get any on yourself, guess what you have there? Soap and water to bathe with. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. I pee in the shower. Oh well. There's something you probably didn't want to know about me. Another question was, can money buy you happiness? I like that question. Another question was, is it okay to send nude pictures to someone? So yeah, they had some good icebreakers. And that got them chatting with each other more. So excuse me. Then there was this Alana and Joey private chat. Now Joey has made no bones about it. Alana is his type of girl. Both of them are walking stereotypes, so I can see how they would hook up. They deserve each other, okay? He's the typical, Italian guy who gets on your nerves, who's loud. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy from Jersey Shore, that kind of guy. Just a mess. Then there was this other private chat between, with the Alana Joey. Alana tried to come off like she wouldn't go for a guy like Joey off the pictures and off his messaging, off of his moniker on his profile, but she ended up falling right for the trap, and because he was he was going hard at her. You like me, you want like that kind of stuff, and she was falling for it, and it makes sense. He got on my nerves, she got on my nerves. I want both of them going. Mercedes and Antonio then get into this chat. Antonio messages Mercedes, or Mercedes, who's actually Karen, the lesbian. Antonio, then I get to see more behind him. He's the typical cute jock who thinks that he knows everything, who thinks that he has everybody wrapped around his finger, and who thinks that he's wrote the book on everything that is dating, relationships, and the opposite sex, which made him go down on the totem pole in my ranking. I didn't like that. But Karen kind of saw through it, or Mercedes. So they then unveil the rankings. Now, what they find out is the top 2 individuals will be circle influencers, and they are the 2 that will decide who gets blocked and who gets kicked off the show. All right. So I should have wrote them down. I think I did. Number 8 was Shubham. Number 7 was shit. I should have wrote it down. Was it Alana? Was it Alana? No, it was Mercedes. Number 6 was Rebecca. Number 5 was was no. No. Number 5 was Joey? No, number 4 was Joey. Let me go up top down. Number 1 was Sammy. Number 2 was Antonio. I got those 2 right. Number 8 was Shubham. I know I got those 3 right. Number 3 was Alana. Number 4 was Joey. Number 5 was, I think number 5 was Rebecca. And number 6 was Chris. Number 7 was Alana, and number 8 was Schubert. Somewhere around there. Y'all see I'm over here struggling. The people in the middle didn't matter. Just know that the 2 influencers was Sammy and Antonio. All right? Those were the top 2. Just like I thought. So, when they have the power to block each other, so they go into this room where they can talk to each other over chat. Privately. They can't see each other. They can't hear each other. They can just chat by message. And they start going back and forth on who they think they can who they want to block, who they like out of each individual player. So somewhere along the line, they figured out who they wanted to block. Then they have to figure out who's going to make the announcement. Sammy doesn't want to do it. Antonio says, I will make the announcement to the rest of the contestants if you allow me, if you will make an alliance with me, and if we will, you know, have an alliance with each other and protect each other till the end. Sammy says, okay, fine, because she doesn't want to make the announcement anyway. But I, for some reason, don't buy Antonio. I don't think he's going to keep his promise. He doesn't come off as loyal. I don't think he's going to stay loyal to her. The person who ended up getting blocked is Alana, because they said that they didn't believe she was who she said they were. She said she was. And she has to immediately leave. Immediately. Like, as soon as they made the announcement, they went across the bottom, Alana is blocked. Meaning, basically, thank you for coming. Drive your ass safely. So, at the end of the episode, it's announced to everyone that the person who gets blocked now gets to meet one person on one of the other contestants, and they're coming to meet you now before they leave. And that was, you know, I was even like, wow, ooh, and it went off right there. And then we're on to episode 2. So that was The Circle, a social media experience. It's a Netflix series. Yeah. Go watch it. It was so much fun. I'm going to review it again. It'll be after this weekend because I got to go out of town this weekend. But it'll be maybe Monday. I got a lot of shows on Monday. Yeah, but Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. Or maybe Sunday when I get back. But anyway, I hope you all like it. Or at least like the review. Until next time, we'll be back for episode 2. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely.